Hi, my name is Sydney Zographis, and this is my educational autobiography. I thought a picture would encapsulate most what kind of student I was in the younger grades, so I chose this picture to represent that. But for me, school is wonderful. I looked forward to going to school every day. I enjoyed the idea of learning something new every time I walked into a classroom, then coming home, of course, to tell my parents about the new knowledge I had just gained that day. This is in the younger grades, though. When I got to high school, I thought it was very challenging. I still enjoyed it, and I got to meet some great people. To encompass what kind of a student I was, in short, I was definitely a teacher's pet in my elementary days. Anytime my teachers needed errands ran, I was always the first to volunteer. When kids couldn't tie their shoes, I tied them for them. In middle school, I think I made some of my teachers question why they became teachers in the first place. Every classroom I entered, I brought with me an overwhelming amount of energy. In high school, I felt like I'd finally figured out the whole school thing. I talked to my teachers to get help. I did my homework every night, and I was very active in my school. So high school Sydney finally had it together, as together as it could be. My fondest memories of school would definitely have to be my teachers. So, my most impactful ones were the ones I had in high school. I felt like they all genuinely cared about my education, and more simply put, they cared about me in general. Most notable of all of them would have to be my freshman year theology teacher and lacrosse coach, Miss Duran. Miss Duran always knew exactly what to say when I needed to hear it the most, whether that was in the classroom or on the field. She was always willing to help me when I needed it, especially when it came time to start talking about college. I still communicate with her often as I continue my journey of what is my major going to be this week. When I think of school, I think of my teachers. In my opinion, a teacher can make or break your academic career. Thankfully, I was very fortunate to have wonderful teachers every year I've been in school thus far. I know that's not the case for everyone, though, so I'm very thankful that I was able to experience this. I don't really have any dramatic life altering stories from school that would make this presentation more interesting. I attended school at a very conservative Catholic school in St. Peters, Missouri, from kindergarten to eighth grade. It was called All Saints School. There were about, I'm going to say, 300 kids total in the entire school. Yes, I was with the same 25 kids, give or take, for 9 years straight. A part of me loved that because we were all so close and knew everything about each other. However, a part of me didn't love that because we did, in fact, know everything about each other. We were all on a first name basis with everyone's parents by the time we reached second grade. My time in high school was something I will never forget. I went to a very diverse, all girl private high school in Florissant, Missouri. I really did not mind going to school every day. I actually loved it. I loved all my friends, all my teachers, and just the school in general. I like to think the teachers I had the pleasure of meeting in high school are the ones that I will forever be impacted by. In all my years of school, I'd always felt appreciated and understood in any setting I was in. In grade school, in high school, I always felt included and loved. Especially in high school, teachers were very willing to listen to new perspectives, and they genuinely cared about what we were saying and how we were doing, not only in school, but with life in general. If I imagine myself back in high school, I see lots of school spirit. I see teachers and students decked out in red and gold during Spirit Week. I hear cheers coming from the stands at every sports game and theater performance, and I feel heard. My high school created an environment that was safe for students to speak their minds freely and to be heard, especially when it came to the tough issues. So overall, I saw, heard, and felt supported throughout my 4 years at Incarnate Word. Some of my most memorable moments in fourth grade, I had a boy named Zane in my class. Zane had just transferred from another school, so he was new to our class. After about 2 weeks of being a part of our close knit group of 25, Zane decided that he should run away from school and go to the mall. He'd asked to go to the bathroom, and then when he didn't return for over 30 minutes, my teacher sent in a search party of fourth grade boys. They, of course, came back with nothing. Long story short, our dare officer had to drive to the mall, pick him up, and bring him back to school, where his parents were joyously awaiting his arrival. And we unfortunately never saw Zane again. So that is my entire academic career. I hope that gave you a glimpse into what school was like. Thanks.